Hi everyone, today I will talk about Caesar cipher and about its implementation in JavaScript. The Caesar cipher, also known as a shift cipher, is one of the simplest forms of encryption. It is substitution cipher where each letter in the original message called the plain text is replaced with a letter corresponding to a certain number of letters up or down in the alphabet. In this way, a message that initially was quite readable ends up in a form that cannot be understood at a simple glance. Um, for example, here is uh, here is the Caesar cipher encryption of a message using a right shift of 3. As unreadable as the resulting ciphertext might appear, the Caesar cipher is one of the weakest forms of encryption one can employ. The key space is very small. Using a brute force method, one could easily try all 25 possible combinations in order to decrypt the message without initially knowing the key. The structure of the original plaintext remains intact. This makes the encryption method vulnerable to frequency analysis. By looking at how often certain characters or sequences of characters appear, one can discover patterns and potentially discover the key without having to perform a full brute force search. The Caesar cipher can be expressed in a more mathematical form as follows. In plain terms, this means that the encryption of a letter x is equal to a shift of x plus n, where n is the number of letters shifted. The result of the process is then taken under modulo division, essentially meaning that if a letter is shifted past the end of the alphabet, it wraps around the beginning. Decryption of the encrypted ciphertext would be defined similarly, with instead of subtracting of the shift amount first used by Julius Caesar. The Caesar cipher is one of the more well-known older historical encryption methods. So that's all. Now let's move on to our code. So let's look at our code. Here our function. Um, so here our function takes a string and returns an encrypted string. Uh, this function um, this function takes a string and a number. Um, so firstly, we say that a variable shifted text equals an empty string. Here we have a for loop. Let I equals 0. I is smaller than string str.length I plus plus. Str is the string that we pass to the function. In this case, it is 11, so the for loop will loop 11 times. So let's count it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So we have here 11 characters. Um, the the car code at here the char code the char code at function takes the string hello world. Um, so I would like to mention that every single character, every single letter in JavaScript is assigned to a number. So 65 is assigned to A and 90 is assigned to Z. Also 97 is assigned to capital A and 122 is assigned to capital Z. So the char code at function takes hello world string, which we have here. takes hello world string, it checks what character is in my string and then shifts and then makes it a character code. Um, so it changes the character of my string into a number. So we have here if statements. We have some if statements here. If our code is from 97 to 122, so we um, uh, so if our plain code is from 97 to 122, it means we have all capital letters here starting from A to Z. A string dot from car code function creates a letter. Here, this function creates a letter, so we subtract 97 from plain code, and we add amount, how many letters our characters will be shifted, and then the remainder with a division of 26, and we add 97. So the function, basically this function takes our plain code uh, and adds the amount that we need to add, shifts it that much, uh, and makes it a string. So the second if statement does the same for lowercase letters, and else, here we have else, does if it is not from 97 to 122, if it is not an English letter, or from 65 to 90, it returns the original text without changing it. So this for loop happens for every character of our string, and then it returns here shifted text. So that's all. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.